The cat's out of the bag. John Jay has its new athletic director. On Monday, November 8th, the John Jay College Athletic Department named Cat Alves as its newest director of athletics and recreation. Alves is a familiar face around campus, having served as the associate director of finance and administration, and eventually up the ladder to deputy director of athletics. Alves is the longest tenured staff member in the department after having joined John Jay in May of 2013. We caught up with Alves to discuss the athletic department in its first season back since the COVID-19 stoppage, plus how she plans to drive the department forward in the 20s.
I really fell in love with John Jay 15 years ago. I came here as a student athlete involved in leadership activities for student athletes, and I knew then that there was just something special and unique about John Jay students, and they have a real purpose when they come here. So here I am, 9 years ago, starting as an associate athletic director, and I think that fondness just grew more and more each day, not just of the students, but then the faculty, the staff, the entire community here at John Jay. And so it's just really aligned with me and what I want to do in my life, and the athletics part is the fun part.
The person that brought Alves to John Jay was former athletic director Carol Cashow in 2013.
Cat, and I think I probably have known Cat as long as most anyone outside of her family. Got to know Cat when she first was a student worker for me at Hunter College, and in those early days she showed me that she was in fact always at the top of her game. Very excellent communicator, excellent writer, truly a wordsmith, and a passion for athletics, and a passion for particularly her sport of softball. I think that together we have done a lot of work, and I fully expect that will continue. So I've known Kat for a long time. She's excellent, she's passionate, she's a hard worker, and I look forward to seeing her as she moves forward in her career.
And I met her when I was a student athlete at Hunter College, so right away you see a woman in a leadership position, and that does a whole lot for opening up a wide set of possibilities for your career. So I think even from that standpoint, she was someone that I looked up to. Then when I got the chance to work with her and challenge her, she challenged me. I've grown enormously from that experience, and as you said, she trusted a young professional with a lot of responsibility. But I think that's something, to her credit, she knew that diversity of thought and that experience was going to help a program grow, and I hope that's something that I can continue here.
Is that something that you put on your own shoulders now to maybe the female student athletes that you have at John Jay, or maybe not even student athletes, but those young women that are in college athletics that want to get into a position like yours, or maybe just other positions around athletics? Is that something that you consciously have to keep an eye on, or just, I hope in 10 years we're not talking about this, everyone's at the table and it's a better world?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think you actually have to be really intentional about these things. And so I think it starts by just having open conversations. And I would say not just with folks who are interested in athletics, but generally what they want to do in their lives, like drawing those connections for them, introducing them to people, and sometimes having conversations about what they need to improve in or what they need to run with in terms of their strengths. I think that's an important part of mentorship and helping the next generation get to where they want to. But certainly, yeah, more women at the table can't hurt either.
So, and as you know, Mark Francis followed Carol. You had the opportunity to work with him. What are some lessons that you took from him?
Mark was really great. He was, as most of us say in the department, just what we needed at a really critical time. His leadership was unwavering. He was very patient with everyone, and I learned a lot about how to be a great leader and a great listener from Mark. So it's something that I think I'm going to take with every step of my career moving forward. So Mark was simply amazing. And I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about Dr. Bryant, Gerard Bryant, who's the Director of Counseling, Faculty Athletic Rep, member of Management Council, also chaired the search committee for the athletic director position. So you can hear he's pretty meaningful, but even more so he's meaningful to me. And again, someone that I can lead on.
The interview process was long and arduous, spanning over several months, and over 70 candidates submitted their resumes. But for VP of Enrollment Management and Student Affairs, Dr. Brian Kerr, there were two qualities that stood out about Alves.
Her love and passion for athletics, for the team of people she works with, for the students she serves. You could tell very quickly she's a servant leader. She really cares about developing the program. The second piece that I think is, an overarching connector for me was it was very important for me in this process to have her meet with many constituents on the campus, different faculty, our senior leadership team. You know, it was, you couldn't hide it, that the love and admiration and respect that the athletics department and the staff, the coaches, the other assistant directors, the players, all said the same thing. She is a dynamo, she cares about us, she cares about John Jay. She's a bloodhound through and through. And that resonated.
President Carol Mason has been no stranger to John Jay athletic events, and for Alves, she receives the presidential seal of approval.
We are so lucky to have Cat Alves as our new athletic director at John Jay. Under Cat's leadership, I know that we will do wonderful things at John Jay and with CUNY and throughout our conference. And under her leadership, our athletes will continue not just to be athletes, but they are scholar athletes. And I look forward to your leadership and learning from you and watching our athletes and our whole college thrive because of your leadership. Thank you, Cat, for saying yes.
And of course, I need to thank Carol Mason and Dr. Brian Kerr for their confidence in my leadership. I'm excited for what we can all do together for John Jay Athletics.
So over 80% of student athletes are scholar athletes, which is a 3.2 GPA or higher. What do you credit that to, specifically in the John Jay program? And I'm sure for you, how do you build that number even higher?
Yeah, absolutely. It's something we're really proud of. The department GPA is above a 3.0. Every single team now has an average GPA 3.0 or higher. That doesn't happen by accident. Academic support is in everyone's job description in this department. So it's one of the most important things. It is the most important thing for us to retain them and graduate them. And so I think the credit really lies in every single staff member, but in particular, we have an assistant AD, Deanna Sanuti, who does a tremendous job with our academic support. And then every other coach and staff member reinforces those messages in everything we do. To make it go farther, I think we're going to really have to talk about postgraduate success. We're going to have to talk about building in leadership programming that really prepares student athletes for the workforce to be those next leaders in the community and in the world. That's something that's on my mind for the foreseeable future to take us to that next level.
And now that the appointment is official, Alves is excited for this season and beyond.
We are so excited. It's been a long time off, but we are back and we have a lot of new things to be excited about. We've got some new branding in the gym that people are just going to love. It makes us so proud. It looks great on our live stream. It's just something that we can always look forward to. But we have some even bigger things coming. We have a pool that's reopening. We have a fitness center, a locker room. We're going to look totally different soon, and we're all going to be really proud of the place that we call home here at John Jay. And it's going to be a place that everyone can be a part of. Look, we are masters of creativity here at John Jay. We make a lot happen. I mean, right now, we are doing things that we never expected even 8 years ago. We've got live stats. We just streamed our semifinal women's soccer game. So we're headed in the right direction. Again, it's always on our mind. And when I talk about sustainability, that's one of the areas that I think is central to keep front of mind is how do we have facilities that everyone can be proud of and a home for every single one of our varsity teams.